Okay, hello again. We're about 5 seconds away from being set up for the takeoff. Hopefully this time everything works a little better. Not actually sure what happened there. Really anything can happen in a jet. Bird could fly into their engine. I don't know, you could ignore warnings. I think I actually might have muted. I might have muted something, but yeah, you basically have to fly pretty careful, as it were. Okay, so here we're at the start of the runway, so I'm just going to slowly add power.
Cowboy 11, Amendola Tower, you're cleared for takeoff. Runway 11, depart heading 065.
Okay, heading 065.
Cowboy 12, Amendola Tower, hold short. Cowboy 12, Amendola Tower, position and hold. Runway 11.
Okay, so I'm just going to give her the gun. Now, up here you can see, if you look carefully, you can't see it on the camera, but we got 110. What we want to do is we're going to have to turn to the right to get to 65. Basically, this is a whole compass area, and that's going to give us our headings. Okay, this number here is our speed, so we've got enough speed, so I'm just going to lift off, and then gear.
Altitude, altitude, altitude.
I'm pulling back too fast.
Altitude, altitude, altitude. Cowboy 12, Amendola Tower, altitude. Runway 11, depart heading 065. Cowboy 11, Amendola, departure. Resume on navigation.
Okay, so we're just going to take it nice and easy. I got full power, and I think what might have happened last time. Okay, somebody else is talking there. It's pissing me off. But I think what might have happened last time was I could have run into the fence at the end. Anything. Always good to have lots of altitude when you're flying.
Resume on navigation.
Okay, so now where am I? Okay, currently I'm at 5,000 feet, which is a nice safe altitude. Rather be a little higher, but now my power is slowing. So what I want to do is put the nose down a little bit, but not too much so I'm not gaining altitude. I want to go back up in speed. Every aircraft has its own, according to the tower, optimal climb rate. In a Cessna 172, it was about 170. No, it was about 70 knots. You could basically find the best rate of altitude climb by going 70 knots and pulling the nose up. And you pull the nose up or pull the nose down and left the throttle on full, and when you were at 70 knots you knew you were climbing at the optimum rate. And as for this aircraft, I don't know what it is, but every time I get up in a new aircraft I like to try out the controls a bit and just do a couple of spins. I'm at just about 7,000 feet, just over 7,000 feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head her up to about 10,000 feet and then try out the controls. And I don't know, this is a very intense game, intense simulator, but I don't know if it'll allow me just to go through some free flight here. When I'm at 10,000 feet, I'm going to head the nose down at full throttle. Gain some speed.
Altitude.
Okay, it doesn't like that. Gain some speed, and once I got some speed, I'm going to pull right back up as far as I can go. And then pretty soon, well, by using those by using those green lines that I'm passing, I can keep myself level. And then when I see the ground coming again, I'm going to lower my speed back down to 0 because I'm going straight down. I don't need to add any power, and basically auger into the ground. And then when I'm climbing again, slowly add power.
altitude.
And there we go. I've done a loop. Now, I don't know how much time I'm going to have. It's actually a very comfortable aircraft to fly. I think there's a runway down there. Looks like a runway. I'm going to cut my power, drop my gear, see how my flaps are doing, and I don't know if these are runways. Hard to tell. They could be just farmers' fields, but I'm just going to head her down, go down to about a 1/4 power, fly past some of these fields and see if any of them are usable for I'm going to put my gear back up because I don't like that sound. You really do not want to do bad things to your gear, your landing gear, when you're out flying. But yeah, it's difficult to find. Direction on this particular simulator. For some reason, they've made it hard to see your directional.
Warning, warning. Warning, warning.
Now it's
Warning, warning.
warning. Oh, wow. So this plane can practically fly itself. I'm going to give it a bit more power and then a sip of coffee. Oh, there's the other aircraft that you can see just zipping past there. Now I'm just keeping an eye on my altitude, which is indeed dropping. So I just grab a quick sip of coffee, and I'm just going to gently fly around. At the moment, I'm going to see. I'd like to do some more interesting things for you. Now there's another aircraft up there. Eventually I'll take you into some dogfights and different things like that, but at the moment I'm just going to see if I can land this sucker and give you guys some knowledge of how to bring back a jet in one piece, if I'm capable of doing it still. It's been a while. Well, for now I think I'll just usually it's good to try and find an airport near a settlement. Usually when you can see a lot of buildings grouped together, there'll be an airport not far from it. I'm almost thinking these buildings here might have an airport, but of course there's the other factor is that you end up wasting a lot of time looking for one and then you run out of fuel. That's why it's good to be a good navigator as well as a good pilot. See what we got over here. I wonder if Homer Simpson would make a good pilot. Oh! Actually, I think he did once, and he pretended to be a pilot and won free tickets to Alaska or Hawaii or something like that. I don't know. Okay. No, I don't see any airfields. I would think there'd be a number of them, but yeah, I think I will, well, I'm at full power. I don't know what my flaps are doing right now. Let's just sort of power through things here. Maybe we could buzz a settlement or something like that. Yeah. I don't know how low I can get to these buildings. There's my airport. That was fun. Okay. Wonder if I could do it upside down. Yeah, it's always fun to try out the controls and find out. I'm going to reverse gain some altitude because I think I'm getting awfully close to the ground. And I'm going to flip back up over. I don't know, I don't see any. This is what we call a little bit of hot dog flying. That's a T. Well, I think I'll cut her off at that because I'm probably running out of batteries in my camera. So that was flying lesson number 1 and mission. That was flying lesson number 1 from Leif Gregerson. I will try and put some information up on those different books and everything. I don't think that's where I went. I think that's where I should have went, probably. And that's probably where I ended up. Now, once I get to know this a little better, I'll be able to call up a map screen, and then I can probably actually find an airport and show you how to do a landing. Let me see here. Okay. Our actual, yeah, we're up at 10 minutes. I'll make another video tonight if I have the battery power, and we'll try and do a landing then. Thanks for quarter power. Fly past some of these fields and see if any of them are usable for I'm going to put my gear back up because I don't like that sound. You really do not want to do bad things to your gear, your landing gear, when you're